Hello, gamers! Today, I'm going to introduce the game Contra, released in Japan on February 9, 1988, features several differences and enhancements compared to its NES counterpart, which was released around the same time. One notable difference is the use of a custom-made multi-memory controller called the VRC2, whereas the NES version utilizes the unROM board. This allowed for the inclusion of cutscenes and graphical effects that were not possible in the NES version. Additionally, the Famicom version includes cutscenes, an additional music track, and environmental effects that are absent in the NES version. The game starts with a prologue sequence providing backstory, followed by a map of the Galuga archipelago, displayed at the beginning of each stage to show the player's progress. Cutscenes between stages depict the protagonist giving a status report to headquarters, with later stages showing the character shooting towards the screen. In Contra, players experience a variety of playing perspectives, adding depth and excitement to the gameplay. These perspectives include standard side view, the primary perspective of the game, where players move horizontally across the screen, battling enemies and obstacles. Pseudo 3D view, this perspective offers a unique twist, allowing players to move both horizontally and towards the background. Players must navigate through the environment while shooting enemies that appear in the distance. Fixed screen format, in certain sections of the game, the screen remains fixed as players progress vertically. By default, the player's gun is aimed upwards, challenging them to take out enemies positioned above. Contra supports simultaneous two-player gameplay, allowing one player to control Bill, the blonde-haired commando with a white tank top and blue bandana, and the other player to control Lance, the shirtless dark-haired commando sporting a red bandana. This cooperative mode adds an extra layer of strategy and teamwork as players work together to overcome challenging levels and defeat powerful adversaries. In Contra, the controls are designed for precise and dynamic gameplay, allowing players to navigate the challenging levels with ease. Here's an overview of the controls. Joystick. The 8-way joystick allows players to control the protagonist's movement in all directions. Players can move left, right, up, and down to traverse the environment. Shooting button. Left. One of the action buttons is used for shooting. Players can press this button to unleash a barrage of bullets at enemies in their path. During side view stages, players can shoot leftward, rightward, or upward while standing. While running, they can shoot horizontally and diagonally. Jumping button, right. The other action button is used for jumping. When pressed, the protagonist performs a somersault jump instead of a conventional jump seen in other games. Players can jump to avoid obstacles, reach higher platforms, or dodge enemy attacks. Aim control. The joystick also controls the player's aiming direction. Players can adjust the aim while running and jumping to target enemies accurately. During side view stages, players can shoot in any of 8 directions, including downwards, while jumping. Crouching. Pressing the joystick downwards while standing causes the character to lie down on his stomach. This maneuver allows players to avoid enemy fire and target low-lying enemies or obstacles more effectively. Overall, the intuitive controls in Contra offer players flexibility and precision, essential for overcoming the intense challenges presented throughout the game. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.